Okay, here we are. We're back. It's been several minutes. It's been a long time since we last left Danziel um, in the world of Diablo 2, but we're back now. Got an opportunity to... Oh, look at that. Game difficulty set to 5. We don't want that. Let's change that down to 1. And let's just take a moment to take a look at our character here and just kind of remember where we are. So, level 74. We've got 15 stat points remaining. That's quite a bit. If we look at our... So probably that is because we are debating whether or not we're going to save up some strength for a Monarch shield, assuming we can find a four-socketed Monarch at some point that we could put a Spirit into. Of course, another thing that would be good to do would be to get a source of cannot be frozen, because right now I believe we're still rocking a Rhyme Shield. We'll take a look at that in a minute. And then of course we've got just pumping everything else into Vitality, although we are over 1,000 life. That's kind of a nice point to be at. So I think we need 130 something strength in order to use a Monarch. I'm just gonna look that up real quick. Do. 156 strength. Okay, so that's quite a bit. I was thinking it was like 130 or something like that. So, assuming we'll find a Monarch, we really do need to start putting points into strength so we can get up to 156. Skill tree. Nothing in martial arts, of course. Shadow disciplines. We've still got 3 skill choices remaining. So we've got our Mind Blast, we've got our Fade, we've got our Burst of Speed. That's really all we need. Let's look at our traps. We've got Lightning Sentry is our primary source of damage. It uses Shockweb and Charge Bolt Sentry to provide synergy, so our Lightning is totally maxed out now. And now we have the decision for, do we max out Death Sentry, or do we put more points into Fire Blast so that we can increase the number of shots that Death Sentry has? And so I think at this point, you know, our radius is 7 yards. It's a pretty good radius. It's going to get most monsters in the general area. So considering we're going to need to use Fire Blast a little bit as we make our way through, it's every 3 levels into Fire Blast, every 3 hard points into Fire Blast gets us another shot. So I think we just put 3 more into here. So we're at, let's see, 6 shots right now. So if I go... should still be at 6 shots. If I put 1 more into it, 7 shots. Okay, that's good. And then our general skills, yeah, this is just the stuff that we get from our items and things like that, so that's fine. Looks like we have a loot to cube. That's nice. I forgot I had set that up, so let's take a look at our mercenary. Looks like he's rocking Tal's mask. That's great. We've got a smoke armor. That's also great. And then Kelpie Snare, Fusina, an ethereal one at that. He's actually pretty well decked out, and then he's using Holy Freeze. So Jamali looking pretty good, and as I recall, we also have... Oops. Let's go run up here to town. Just take a look at our inventory now. As I recall, there is... That was the other thing I did. I went through and I cleared out a lot of my shared stuff. I made some mules so that we could clear up some space. But yes, we've got this Insight Colossus Vulge, which is incredible damage, but it requires 210 strength, and Jamali is still... He's a ways off. He's not going to be able to use that for a while, so we'll have to see how that goes. We may just have to find a different weapon and cube that up for him, so we'll see. We've got 3 shale runes. We've got an IO rune, Nef and Eth and Am and Orthol. I'm not sure where these are all coming from. That's fine. A Lum rune and a couple of Foul runes, and then I think we have 3 Keys of Terror from running the Countess a few times. So yeah, just some basic things, and then of course we've got all of our basic runes here. We've got actually quite a few. Eld, Tyr, Nef, all of them going up to Thul. We've got a ton of Ral runes. I don't know why we have so many Ral runes. That'll be useful for crafting later. That's good. Just some magic fine gloves in the stash. Decent belt. Actually, another nice belt there. Let's see what gems and amulets do we have. That's fire resist, cold resist, a nasal ring, assassin skills, amulet. What are we currently wearing? Oh, 27 all resist. That's probably better. Okay, so let's look at our gear. We have the absolutely incredible Crescent Moon. I mean, this is an endgame weapon. I know I've mentioned this before, but this is an incredible weapon. That is really going to help us as we go through. I'll probably talk a little bit more about it as we go, just because I love it so much. We have a lore helm. We have that amulet with 27 all res. That's a nice amulet. I like that a lot. We have a stealth armor. We could really stand to upgrade this. So that's something we're definitely looking for. Gloves that just give us give us lightning resist. Not a whole lot else. What are these? Oh, those are just magic find. Okay. This gives us lightning resist, a little bit of mana per kill. That ring is ready to be upgraded. We've got a Saigons, which gives life and fire resist, and that's fine. And just a cold resist ring, and 20 faster run, walk, fire resist boots. These are pretty good boots. And then we've got our Rhyme Shield, which gives us all res 25, cannot be frozen, a little bit of magic find. That's nice. And then, of course, we've got our Staff of Teleport over here. And I'm hoping in our cube we have yes, we do. We have an Ancient's Pledge, and we have a Wand of Lower Resistance, which is going to be really handy as we go through the game here. So, let's take a look at our skill tree and see. There should be, yep, there we go. We have a Teleport bound. So let's just go ahead and repair everything here just to make sure we're full up. What we're going to do now is let's just take a few moments to look at the gloves and things, because you never know, there might be some good things in here from time to time. Nah, it doesn't look like it this time. 30 faster run walk. If this was anything other than poison resist, like if that was cold resist or fire resist, I would of course buy those. That's a little bit better than what we have. But that's okay. Yep, that's fine. And I think what we're going to do today is let's look at our character, the quest log, and see. We have actually made our way all the way through. We didn't do Radamant, it looks like. Did Den of Evil, we didn't do Bloodraven, that's normal. Got an Imbue, got that, okay. Looks like we have not done Radamant. And then it looks like we're ready to start Act 3. So my goal for today is just to finish the game. Just to finish Act 3. And go from there. So let's talk to Atma. We'll of course help Atma, because killing Radamant is awesome. It gives you a bunch of... It gives you that extra skill point, which we're always happy to take. So again, we just head down to the sewers, and a lot of times the way down is right here, so we're already on sewers level 2. We remember Radamant is in level 3. And we're just gonna play this really safe. I realize that my game sound is really, really loud here, so I'm gonna turn this down. But yeah, we're just gonna play this really safe. I'm not gonna worry too much about not going to worry too much about, you know, keeping my mercenary alive and stuff like that. The main goal here is just going to be to beat the game. And we should have no problem doing that, honestly. This character is really well geared. We can use that corpse explosion and the mind blast to convert the monsters. Why are we... Oh, I guess we have got a lot of stuff here. Definitely want to pick up that diamond. But this, like I said, this character really shouldn't have any problem. Whoops. Accidentally put on the wrong spell. Although Fade is not a bad spell on a lot of cases. A lot of cases we're going to want Fade. Right now, we're still just looking for Radamant. I think we're going to need to change our distribution here of, yikes. Probably want to take 2 decks of mana potions there rather than just the one. Alright, so here we go. Here's the way down. Alright, so Radamant should be down here somewhere. And again, we're not necessarily going for any speedrun times or anything like that. We just want to beat the game and do it effectively, so that we can get into kind of the early stages of end game farming. Oh, not down here. So, yeah, we can already see that, oh man, that does not make me happy. Look at all that fanaticism aura. No, thank you. Just gonna pick up... Now, he's immune to lightning, so he is not gonna care at all about my lightning damage. But man, that lightning damage does so much to anybody who isn't immune. This is Fire Shrine, that's nice. Oh, there's a Radamant. Tell you, the nice thing about Death Sentry is that it just takes all of his bodies away from him. And just like that, we completed the Radamant quest for Atna. Take a look at our thing. And yeah, make sure we pick up the Book of Skill. That's literally just a 2-socketed circuit. That's useless. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. And now we'll go back to the skill tree. Let's see. So, do I want to keep working on the Fire Blast, or do I want to start leveling this Death Sentry so it does a wider radius? I think at this point, it's a base of 6. Maybe we'll go up to base 9. So we get, out of each one of these, we get 8 shots. And then I think at that point we'll just start maxing the Death Sentry, because we still have plenty of skill points coming. We'll still be able to max that, that Death Sentry eventually. So let's go ahead and get up to base 7. Let's head back. Talk to our friend Atma. Thank you. That completes that quest. Identify our items from Kane. Let's see what we have here. Fire resist ring, that's useless. Not really a great damage jewel, although I don't remember what I have in terms of, like, yeah, it looks like I've got enough junk damage jewels, so that's not really that useful. I'm actually gonna just drop all this stuff and drop that, drop that. Okay, so if I pick up a full rejuvenation potion, that goes to here. And then if I pick up a super healing potion, just was thinking about this the other day, that to have it be organized, yeah, the super healing potions go in slot 1. I'm pretty sure the mana potions, yeah, they go to 2 by default. Yikes. Yep, they go to 2 by default. So that means that we're just going to buy a ton of mana potions, and then we can pick up... Oops. A bunch of that stuff. What was this charm? 14 to mana, 2 to 3 cold damage. Hit recovery, that probably is not as good as... Well, I don't know, the 14 to mana is not really worth it. So let's just get rid of that. And then I want to be thinking about cubing up some of these gems when we need to. This belt is kind of nice, but I don't see myself using it anytime soon. So let's move that over. Sell this. That's fine. Let's see if she's got any different glove or armor selections. No, not. Okay, so that is where we are, and let's head up to Act 3. And again, Act 3, we're just going to have to kind of take it slow and steady from time to time, and just make our way through. Here's our friend, the Dark Wanderer, aka Diablo himself. Can't do anything with him there. And here is where, you know, that teleport staff is going to be useful, because we'll be able to just kind of pop over certain areas. Mana potion, I'll take that. That's... You know what? I need to be more careful. So we're going to just come back. That was an example of how not to do things. I went on a whole rant about how I was going to be careful, and then I just completely wasn't. So let's take a look. My resistance actually okay. Good lightning res, good fire res. I'm not upset about that. My resistances are surprisingly good for right now. So, anyway, let's try that again, and hopefully not just do something really stupid. And these guys are all going to be immune to lightning. There's going to be a ton of dudes here who are immune to lightning. which means we're going to really rely on that. Sorry, we're going to really rely on the explosive trap. Our corpse explosion to do most of the damage to those guys. Or we just have to convert them. Somehow. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Act 3 is going to be a bit of a challenge. So let me go ahead and just get my mercenary back, because he should be able to help with this. Let me see if I can even get my body back there. After I was, again, talking about how I was going to play this oh so safe, and then yeah. This is where the game really does have that extra challenge to it, right? Because now you're in a situation where you can't just kill everything, and you have to get around the things that you can't kill, or you have to find other ways to kind of deal with stuff. So all right. So let's go ahead and get our mercenary, see if he can help. I don't know if he's going to do enough damage here to make it worth it. Let's just see what happens.
Thanks. Thanks.
Alright, well, we did get the Jade figurine out of that, so... Okay, so that's just how we're going to do this. We're just going to go kind of slow and steady. Make sure that Jamali gets enough potions. And for all of these dudes who are immune to lightning, we're just going to have to use our explosive trap, our death sentry. And that dude has no chance because he is a shaman with fire resistance, not lightning resistance. Alright, good job, Jamali. Alright. Cursed is really gonna mess him up. So we will try to free him of the curse whenever we can. Try to keep things stunned. And let's take a look and see what we have here. These guys are just so annoying. doesn't look like this is one of the... Doesn't look like this is one of the spots that has the way down, so let's just keep going. And slow and steady is how we're going to win this race. Those guys do a ton of damage. But Jamali doing some work here. Actually, he's proving to be more effective than I was thinking he might be. So, and really Act 3 is going to be the last time where we're going to have, you know, a lot of issues with immunes. After this point, we get a lot luckier in that there's not going to be any other areas that we can't deal with. You know, I mean, all the, there will be occasional immunes, but Act 3 is really the one that's got the most lightning immunes. Let's go back over to the other side of the river here and see. There should be somewhere, there should be another camp that we can go into. I mean, that you see that lightning just absolutely wrecks anything that's not immune to it. But then we get, you know, a group of those darn players that don't have that immunity, or that are totally immune, and it completely kind of messes up our mojo. The lightning trap should take care of him. Alright. And I went over to the other side of the river here, only to realize that there's literally no camps over here. So that was a waste of time. Thing is too that that Holy Freeze does a good job of slowing all of these little fetishist guys down. Oops. Looks like I got super poison there. That's not fun. Let's go take care of that. What's this? And Ormus. You've got... And I don't think Ormus... No, Ormus doesn't ever have any gear that we would want. So that's fine. Resist Poison Shrine is actually really nice in this act. There are quite a few things that do poison damage. Is this the Great Marsh? I have a feeling this is going to be the Great Marsh. Still dealing with the fetishes that are immune to lightning, so... And that Tal's mask really helps the mercenary because he can steal back a lot of his health.
Thanks.
And you see that, you know, that lightning trap will just fire and fire and fire. It'll just keep firing at that fetish even though it does literally nothing. Yep, that's the Great Marsh. So we don't want to go that way. This means we very likely have a skip of the Great Marsh. I'm assuming that the exit for the Spire Forest is going to be to the northeast if we keep following the river northeast. So that's a good thing. That should make this go a little bit faster. We don't have to clear the entire Great Marsh in order to get through this. We do still need to find the Spider Cavern, though. Go. Got our kill. And now that will clean up the rest. We can take care of these guys on our own. Very satisfying the way those guys die. Get some more mana potions. We'll do that right now. Oh, looks like we have another... lot of guys down there, though. So we gotta get some allies for our friend Jamali. And drop a Death Sentry. That should just start dropping bodies like crazy. Which it does. Looks like we got super poisoned again. Let's take a look at this Superior Cestus. Just durability. But I had another thing down there. Nope, it's fine. Nope. Just keep on rolling. And is this a Spider Cavern? This is. Alright. So... you know what, let's just go ahead and do it right now. There's no reason not to. I don't remember if these spiders are immune to lightning. As long as they aren't. This should be pretty straightforward. Now they're immune to fire. Jamali, you're gonna get wrecked down there if you're not careful. Fortunately, those guys who are going to be the biggest problem for us are the bats, and they are relatively easy to avoid. Looks like we got it. Definitely don't need those arrows. Alright, so we're on our way. Picked up the first relic. And hopefully up here we will make our way to the player jungle.
Thanks.
There we go, Jamali. Let's get you back up. Probably overkilling that guy. He really didn't need 3 traps. Don't need that regular one. Anything flawless, I'll probably pick up at this point. Don't think we need to fight this necessarily. This may be the end, unless there's a way to get through. Sometimes this last section has a slight pass-through that will get you over to the Flayer Jungle, and looks like this one does. Maybe. Oh, that's a great marsh. I don't know what... There is a set... Let's at least take this waypoint. There is a way to get to know how this map works, to get over from the Flayer Jungle to the Great Marsh to all of these things. I don't know what all the rules are for it. Don't think, if I'm looking at this, I don't see another way out of here. Nope. So we will have to go through the Great Marsh. Which is kind of unfortunate. I was hoping we would not. A lot of times if you find the Great Marsh off to one side, that means you have the opportunity to skip it. But we didn't this time, so run past all these dudes. And then we will just try to make our way through the Great Marsh as quickly as possible. Oh god. And it's souls, and that is like the worst thing you want to see. It's... So what we're gonna do is save and exit. And we will just hope for a better monster spawn. I don't want to see all of those monsters that are immune to lightning. So we got rid of the jade figurine. We got the bird now. Now we will hope for Something better than we had last time. Yeah. And this is still annoying. But again, at least it's something that we can kill and not make those creatures. Hey, and we got ourselves a level while we're at it. So, okay. Between us stunning these guys and Jamali kind of killing them, you know, once we get a couple of bodies on the ground, we can just drop those death sentries, and that will basically take care of the... Alright, and here, hopefully we will get to the Flayer jungle very soon. Yeah, the zombies are not going to be a problem. We are out of mana potions, so once again we'll go back. Again, we're just going to do this very methodically. Ah, those stupid greaves are still with me. Alright. And pick up and drop. Just keep it on. Yep, that'll work. We can mix some shaman in. We can use that. Those corpses to provide some bodies for our death sentry to go. Shark skin boots, those could be good. Where is our darn Great Marsh? Or sorry, not Great Marsh, Flayer Jungle. Must be on the other side then. Rod Blade. That guy looks like he needed a physical, but it didn't matter because, again, we do so much another pack of monsters. Nice. Pick up that Vampire Fang Belt. I'm sure it's not good, but we can at least try it. And you know, there's nothing wrong with kind of taking your time and making your way through here, because you never know. You never know what could drop. Superior Smoked Sphere could be good, or at least worth a bunch of money. Divine Scepter is a new unique item, and Vampire Bone Gloves. Two things absolutely worth picking up there. Let's put Kaleem's Eye in the cube. See what we got here. These boots, 20 faster run walk, 38 poison res. Not a whole lot else. This is not worth it. This is two-socketed. It's +1 to Blizzard. Some extra life. That's kind of nice, but can't think of anything you would want to put in there as a sorceress. 15 to strength, not particularly good. And then let's see, pick up that Divine Scepter. And now I'm thinking better help my guy here. We gotta play a little bit of inventory Tetris. Alright. There it is, Flare Jungle. Okay. And what are these guys? I think those guys are immune to lightning, which really stinks. But the flares are not immune to lightning, fortunately. And the Winged Nightmares are relatively easy to avoid. So, now again, in the Flare Jungle, we're looking for the waypoint. Looking for the Jitbin. And we are looking, well, there's the Jitbin. And we're looking for the sewers, not the sewers, the Flare Dungeon. Which will be right here. May come back and get that in a moment. Actually, we're gonna see if we can get that fade to wear off. Or we're gonna use fade to see if we can get that curse to wear off. Actually, that'll do it. shoot. I have to remember to put that back up when I get back there. Alright, so we have the Hand of Blessed Light Divine Scepter. This is a really nice item. Plus to Holy Bolt, plus to Fist of the Heavens, plus to Paladin skill levels. This is really good if you're running a Fist of the Heavens Paladin. It's just one of those things that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, though, because Fist of the Heavens, it adds damage, it adds to attack rating, so it would make you think that you would be trying to hit things with this, but Fist of the Heavens is a spell that you cast. So it's just kind of a weird... It's just one of those weird things. It doesn't really have a place. At one point, it might have been considered kind of a best-in-slot kind of thing, but now it's just sort of a, oh, that's cool, I'm glad we found it kind of thing. So, oh right, we leveled up. Let's put 5 more points into our strength. We're doing enough points to get this up to 9. And I'm realizing right now I should have just grabbed the Jid bin right there, because then I would have been rid of it. But that is okay. Put our portal back up here because we're going to come back once we get one of the Kurast, or if we do have it, I guess it'll probably just be when we find the Kurast waypoint, because I'm not going to go into any more of these little flare camps anymore. We're just going to go straight to Kurast at this point. We could just teleport there, but Jamali just doing work. Really don't care about these as much as I care about the mana potions, because I'm just chugging mana potions all the time. It's kind of a mixed bag. I don't really want to fight those guys. There's too many wing nightmares in there. Anytime there's a group of flayers, it's worth fighting it. Flayers are actually pretty decent experience, and there's a lot of them, so they tend to... It tends to not be a bad place to farm, actually. They also do pretty good experience. We'll just let the Death Sentry clean that all up. See, normally that would be a place I would go into, but I don't need to do that. I can really just go straight to Kurast now. Okay. What was that? Anything good? Yeah. Very nice. That's how it's supposed to work. You see, you know, once we get past a certain point, as long as we have enough enemies to fight that aren't immune to lightning, we don't really run into any problems. So our goal now is just to always try to spawn dudes who aren't immune to lightning. don't think that mage plate is going to be any good, but let's take a look at it anyway. Might be worth some money. Again, Lower Kuras, this is some place where we absolutely have to get the waypoint. This is a great place to farm for all kinds of good stuff. Lower Kuras is one of the best places in the game to farm without even having to kill anything, which is what makes it so cool. And almost certainly we will spend some time in Lower Kuras farming for things like runes and bases and all kinds of stuff. So, we want to get this waypoint, not the least of which is because we have our town portal set where the Flared Dungeon is. Somewhere, yep, right there. Boom. Okay, back to the docks. Talk to Kane. And let's see what this mage plate is. That's worth a bunch of money, but really, that's about it. And give me those, and while we're at it, let's just go talk to Alcor. Can get our get our free 20 life, get rid of that out of our inventory. And we have Lower Kurast. So let's pop back to the Flared Jungle and see if we can do the Flared Dungeon. Right, think the way down is, yep, right over here. Again, 3 levels of Flared Dungeon, so looks like I got a mana burn up there. That's annoying. And anytime you see that, you know, you guys are cursed, it's worth slowing down a little bit because cursed will end your game real fast. I don't remember if the way down is over this way.
Thanks.
Well, these guys are immune to lightning. That's why I'm like, what is going on? Why am I not doing anything? But I just realized that guy is immune to lightning, so that's annoying. And, oh. These are just the soul killers who are immune to lightning, which is so annoying. Let's just go down to the next level. Okay, let's see it. It doesn't do anything, so we can drop it. Let's restock on potions real quick. And again, we're just taking our time, nice and easy. See what kind of ring Ormus gave us. Magic find, attack rating, damage, life. Not really anything good. Okay. Player dungeon level 3. Getting down here, just kind of have to make your way through the middle. Usually. Again, these guys are flayers, so we should have no problem dispatching these dudes. See what the Cestus is. Oh. Be in this direction. Again, we're just looking for the chest that has one of the Kalim relics. Soul killers are the worst ones because can't do anything with them. We got Jamali cleaning things up here. Good job, buddy. Did, and we're done. Okay, so that's 2 out of 3 relics taken care of. What is this jewel? 11 to max damage. I mean, I feel like that might be useful for someone, but I don't know exactly who, so we're not going to worry about it. Throw this in here. Don't need to go back to the dungeon. Let's do Lower Kurost. And let's find, if we can, if we have any campfires as we make our way through here. I don't feel like fighting those guys. Those darn apes, they're very annoying. Go fight someone else. Okay. Let's go into the bazaar. Problem can do that. Okay. Again, in here we are looking for that temple that goes towards the northeast. It's always going to be the one that has Mason's tomb. Looks like we found it. This is the ruined temple. Oh my gosh. A ton of people. This is an area that Death Sentry should do just a ton of work, because everything is clustered into a very tight area. These guys are immune to magic, but we don't do pure magic damage. We do... Check this reflex bow. I have a feeling it's not going to be good. Just want to check it. And that was fortunate that they caught us right as we were checking that. But the Jared Stone will be worth something. Just so many boss groups down here. That's why this is also one of the really good places to farm in the game, because let's check the charm. 23 to life, that's terrible. I mean, it's not a bad charm if you're just starting out, but that's not what you're looking for at this point. Don't need the exploding shrine. That probably would have come in handy, although maybe it would have killed us at that point earlier. Shrine. Who knew that the bugs could carry so much stuff? Couple of bosses here. I'll take it. And make our way into the next part of Kurast. I knew at some point we were going to run into those guys who were immune to lightning. Those guys, so again, we're not going to spend too much extra time here. We're just going to make our way all the way up to the Trav. Back just a moment. Okay. So, let's see. Let's just dump a bunch of these into here because we don't need them right at this second. Let's put this into here. That into here. We probably don't need this Ancient's Pledge anymore. It's just not going to do us that much good. So I think we're ready to get rid of that. Let's move this into here. We'll move this. Give ourselves another perfect amethyst. I don't know what I'm holding on to here. What do we have? An Angel Ring with 28 Magic Find is pretty good. This is 16. Fire resist 21. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and keep this one. And that is really not a very good Jared Stone. So that will be easy to get rid of. 10 cast rate, yeah. Sell this. Look at how cheap it was. Wasn't even worth that much. Alright. Go talk to Alcor. He'll give us our 5 stat points, which will all go to strength again. We'll just put this, I guess I'll put it back in here. Is this a spirit? Yeah, it's a spirit sword. So yeah, it's fine. I'm probably not going to use it ever again, but it's fine. Okay, now we have to go back. I'm going to go just back to Lower Kurast and see if we can find a Gothic plate. Okay, I think that's Saigon's set, if I'm not mistaken. A boss group. Let's see if we can find a campfire while we're here. I am not as good. I haven't done a ton of Lower Kurast running, so I'm not as good at just spotting the campfire immediately as I know most like diehard Diablo 2 people are. Hopefully, as I do these runs and as I get into Lower Kurast farming a little bit more with this character, whether it's this character or another one, I'll get a little bit better. God, no mana potions. I'll get a little bit better at finding them quicker. Probably run past it already. I don't even realize it. There it is. Here's the campfire. So why do I care about the campfire? The reason we care about the campfire is that every Lower Kurast map has one of these. Some have 2. And the ones that have 2 are really valuable because in these rooms are super chests. And the super chests can drop a ton of good stuff. They can drop up to, I think, a Burr rune, which is really valuable. Here is the other other super chest. Actually, no, it's over here. Yeah, you see how much stuff popped out of that chest. So it's always worth going and popping those chests. And when people talk about farming lower Kurast, what they mean is literally just setting the player count to players 8, so you get the largest drops possible, and then farming those super chests, just popping those chests, seeing what's in them. Anything good pops up that you're golden. You're hoping for a rune of some kind, and then beyond that, you know, sometimes you can get some good bases for items, like from the armor rack or the weapon rack or whatever. And then you just rinse, repeat over and over again. Here is the waypoint for Cross Bazaar. Oh, I walked right past the sewers. I didn't even realize it. Let's go get that. Let's go into the sewers. Get down to the sewers level 2. Pick up the last of Kalim's relics, and then we'll go do the Travancore. These guys are just the worst. I say that the way to do it is to follow counterclockwise. This is not going to be a good situation because small charm. Must be an unraveler over there who is resurrecting them, so I am not going to waste my time with that guy. Literally. These guys are the worst. They explode, they do a ton of damage. Not a fan of the undead Stygian dolls. Yeah, that sewer lever wants to show up anytime. I would be a fan of that. Ooh. Okay. And here is lever down. Head down here. Pick up our stuff real quick. yep, that's the Saigon's armor. 7 to max damage, not worth keeping. That's terrible. So, okay. That stuff. Accidentally drinking full rejuvenation potions, which is annoying. Put that in there. And now we'll head back to the Travancore. And we will try to fight our way through this mess. Actually, I'm going to get my mercenary for this because we are going to need somebody who can really help us deal with all those lightning immunes. Let's go, Jamali. You and me. Dream team. Level 75. Really shouldn't be having any problems. And, you know, like I say, we're not. It's only when I get a little impatient. Turn on your aura, man, and we'll do a little better. There you go. Now he's got it going. These guys all being immune to lightning is really annoying. That's what you gotta do. Alright, now here's the part where guaranteed your mercenary is just gonna die. He's just gonna sit here and try to take... Looks like that Kelpie snare has really done some good work on him, because every time he takes a hit, he slows down. Okay. Yes, come on. Come on. this guy. This council member, he's also immune too. Between Holy Grace and his Kelpie Snare, slowing these guys. They move just so slow. Alright, who is coming out next? What is going on? Is it raining outside? Oh, it's hailing. Crazy. I was like hearing clanks coming outside my window, and it's because it's literally hailing outside. Anyway, blizzard in real life. Alright, let's get out of there. Jamali, I'm gonna need you to deal with these guys.
Thanks.
Oh my god, no, I do not want to run into Nasus Zamora. That seems like a horrible idea. Alright, let's go on back and... Yikes! Man, this is taking forever. That's okay though. I said we'd just take our time, make our way through it, slowly but surely. Slow and steady wins the race. And let's pick up a couple more full rejuves here. Just put them in there, might as well take them back out. Okay, back to trap. Actually, it does pretty respectable damage. I can't complain about that at all. Alright. Let's go this way, because I really don't want to fight a bunch of dudes. Gosh. There's Kalium's flail. That's what we needed. Here. those are two of the council members that are immune to lightning. Yeah, there's no reason to fight all this. Just go down. Okay. We're gonna take our time down here. Try not to fight too many of those darn Stygian dolls. Pretty quick level 1. Can't complain about that. See if we can grab the waypoint here. This is a huge map, remember. Oh my gosh. Waypoint right there. That's brilliant. Alright. Well, let's see if we can find the way down then. Oh boy. To find here. Good thing I recognized that we were out of town portal scrolls. That could have been really bad. Let's see if we can go this way. Do not want to fight those guys. The way down? No, it could have been. Down. Nope, that also could have been. Molly, don't die on me, man. This guy has so much light. Solar Edge Axe. It's over here. Maybe. Yeah, and again, the Durance of Hate. Level 3, or level 2, is now one of the largest levels in the entire game. And look at how long of a run that is to get down there. No thanks. Alright, well, I might be out of charges on my teleport staff. I sure am. Well, we can repair that. I think Hrotley is still here. See if he has anything. No, he doesn't sell anything good. And we are just about... This is... Sometimes funny, the things that you hold on to. This is not useful either. Endurance of Hate level 3. Here is where we're going to go back here, pick up our equip this, and let's look at our general skills. Bind skill. All right. Chest that's up here. Those bramble mitts could be good. A lot of times there's a armor rack or something like that around the corner that's worth checking out. Nope. He's immune to whatever, so we're not going to bother with any of that. We're just going to go on to Act 4. And here we are.
It is good to see. There is a...
Bring Jamali back. Why not? Let's see what we have here. This is Tancred's. Hold on to that. Those are useless. Let's see if she has... Nope, she doesn't have any gloves. Alright, fine. Save Tancred's, I guess. Realizing now that we have 3 this out. And now let's see how we can do in Hell difficulty on Hell, Act 4. Sometimes the way down is right over here. It's not right there, then it's got to be further along. Look at him just standing in there taking all that fire damage.
Thanks.
Like an absolute boss. head over this way. Again, these Venom Lords just have tons of life. Those guys are going to be immune to lightning, so it's not worth trying to fight them. The Stormcasters. Down should be... Yikes. What a target-rich environment, goodness. Here, maybe? Yep, there it is. Okay. Now here we just want to have no souls. Yep. And we leveled up again, so again we'll go more of that. And we're at base 8, so one more. And now we are at 8 times, so now we don't need to put any more into that. We will just go for Death Sentry from here on out, which will help us do a ton more. Death Sentry will help us do a much wider blast damage. And there are souls, so really what we're trying to do here is just find the way down as quickly as possible. There. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Fortunately, we died right there, so... You know what? We'll just quit. We'll just come back. There are almost always souls in that part of the map. So we'll see if we can get through here. Fortunately, we have some kind of slow-moving enemies here, so it shouldn't be too hard. We should just get through here. We're just going to keep our teleport staff up because... And, yep, guess what? There are souls again. So right now, again, we're just looking for the way down. God, cold enchanted souls group, that just sounds like the worst combination. And yes, this is somewhat tedious, but it's just the way it is sometimes. Like going to use the waypoint, but there is no waypoint to use here. Still haven't found the way down. Those leapers are going to be really annoying. They can surround you and just chase you and be... Oh my gosh, and with Might Aura, no thank you. That is not what I'm looking for right now. Looks like maybe this time there are no souls, so... In which case... maybe we just fight this. Not immune to lightning, but he's highly resistant. Alright, let's look for Isawal. I remember he was over here somewhere. Regroup here. That's that. Let's talk to Deckard. Bring Jamali back. Jamali will help a lot here. Wow, I'm surprised how much that was worth. Okay. Alright, where is Isawal? There he is. Okay. Lacquered plate. Oh, why couldn't that be a set piece? Give you your tall Raja's armor right there. Oh my gosh, Jamali just totally ate it. Well, this is going to be our time to clear out this level because there's no souls. There's almost always souls on this second part of Act 1. Still haven't found the way down to the City of the Damned yet. There it is. The opposite end of where we're looking for now. Oh, how good is that? Yes, thank you. That was very, very nice. So, by the way, those guys are immune to... Those darn Venom Lords, they just have so much resistance to various kinds of magic damage that it's very annoying to deal with them. Way? I don't know that I do. I think we're just gonna go back and grab Jamali again, because he hopefully will do better against these guys than he did the last time that I said that he would be helpful. Oh, right. And we get our 2 skills. So now that that is pretty well maxed out, not maxed out, but, you know, it's about as high as it's going to be effective. It's just going to be growing the radius of our blast radius of our corpse explosion, which will be better. That'll be helping us against a lot of these lightning bolts as well. Go, Jamal. Okay. Again, slow and steady, go and win the race here. Oh, shoot. That was annoying. I don't know if it's worth fighting those guys when they're not games like Cool. Yep, that's terrible. That's also terrible.
Thanks.
That is not a guy we want to fight. Okay. Whoa. Those lightning traps really do shoot a long way. Gotta be getting close to the end of this thing. Whoops. And now? Yeah. Now. Got 18 of these charges. All right. So we're just gonna pull the Mr. Llama trick here.
Thanks.
Just let Jamali handle the Stormcasters. Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
And I could be using my lower resist scroll for a lot of this, actually. Or not my scroll, but my lower resist wand. Honestly, it would probably make a huge difference and knock the immunity right off. This is... wow, it's a pretty good ring. 25 light res, 6 all res. Yeah, we're definitely going to use that. Let's see here. We have 52. I don't really want to lose all my cold resistance, so let's just put this on here. Yeah, that's great. That's a nice ring. That one's terrible. This in here. This over. Then we will go back and do our forge. But let's finish off Diablo here first. Not going to take a whole lot of damage from these fire bombs because he is fire enchanted and he's in a wall. Anyway, the good news is that we have cleared out this side, so let's make our way over to... Gosh, Jamali, get up here and take care of this guy. He hits, he does pretty good damage. Doesn't always hit though. Well done. Alright. Resist is not my favorite curse.
Thanks.
Especially with Jamali being poisoned. Let's just go ahead and trade this worthless ring. These guys are just annoying. Jeez. Having you be decrepified is not my favorite either there, Jamali. Oh. That went surprisingly well. Now the question is, how will our third wing go? Should be pretty manageable. So of course we run into a crazy pack of Venom Lords. Which it seems like we did.
Thanks.
Yep, just get that critical mass once the bodies start falling. It's kind of all over. And Stormcasters, don't love those guys. Just want to clear this out so I can take out the Infector of Souls. And that's that. Okay. And I think we will just set up. Let's put a town portal up here.
Not even death can save you from me.
Oh, Diablo. You done, buddy. Let's see. Let's just check the blade talons. I'm sure they're gonna be terrible. Blaze of Ice and Shadow Warrior, nah. Dude of Martial Arts, actually halfway decent. But am I really gonna save those? No. Let's check the Battle Cestus, also another thing I'm sure will be terrible. Yep, not good. Let's go ahead and grab this Clasped Orb. That should be worth a lot of money. Back up to Deckard Cain. And yeah, this is not worth anything. 20 increased attack speed, 15 lightning resist. Not bad, not great. Not gonna save it. Let's drop. Let's see, what else do we have in here that we don't need anymore? One to assassin skill levels. I guess I'll maybe save that. But not really. Doesn't seem like it's that good. Alright, let's go talk to Tyrael. We can go to Harugith, and then we will just bounce back to we'll just bounce right back to Act 4. And see if we can do that forge real quick. Right. For a flame. Let's see, where is the smith? Might be this way. Check this Superior Royal Shield. All resistance is plus 37 is actually really nice. That may end up being a future Paladin shield. Like a future Spirit shield. This is where the forge is. Kelpie Snare actually does a ton to slow down the Smith and, like, everyone else. That thing is surprisingly effective. Okay. Istaroon, are you kidding me? Literally one of the best runes we could have gotten. Wow. This has been some kind of charmed run for all the time that we have put in. That is crazy that we would get an Ist rune just like that. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We've got 11 out of 33 charges. Gonna have to recharge our stuff. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, he sells some gloves, but the person really to check for gloves and stuff is Anya. We don't have her yet, so let's go on out the front gate here. We will go ahead and I think we'll get Eldritch Shank. We'll go ahead and maybe call it one night. Because we're going for a few hours here. Tomorrow we should be able to just finish Hell difficulty. I was thinking we might be able to do it tonight, but that's okay. Lose Jamali here. Lose ourselves incredible. It was some kind of cold thing. Wow, really messing us up. All the ranged stuff in this monster group is really not ideal. Okay, well, used a couple of full rejuves there. But that's okay. This one's kind of useless. Istaroon. That's wild. Yeah. Istaroon, Lumrune, a couple of fall runes. I mean, we are off to a pretty good start. We got 3 Shales, Io, that's whatever. But man, these guys are... Those are some really nice runes to get this thing going. Another Neph rune, Hell rune. Hell runes are useful. Oh, do I have Hell runes? Yeah, I guess I have some Hell runes in here. So, maybe we would just move the Hell runes into here because Hell runes are used in a lot of different things. I'm gonna have to see what the recipe is and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, that gives us a little more space to work with. Why am I saving all the gems? The reason I'm saving all of these gems is because I don't need more than 3 F runes. Let's just look at some of this stuff. An Eth rune. Don't need more than 3 of those. Tall rune, I can't imagine I need more of those. No. Let's just get rid of some of that stuff. Anyway, why am I saving the gems? The reason I'm saving the gems is because once we start doing terror zones, we're going to start getting some really high level terror zones that that can drop really nice grand charms, and so we will start rolling for good grand charms from the grand charms that drop from terror zones, and you just need a lot of perfect gems in order to do that. Also, perfect topazes are really nice because they give you more magic find. Other gems have other things that are just nice to have, so yeah. Okay, Frigid Highlands, let's just do Shank real quick. Alright, so that's Shank done. Larzik will be pleased. We can take care of the sockets. Now we'll just run up and do Eldritch. Okay. I doubt those claws are going to be any good. Now we can talk to Larzik and he'll be so impressed. Alright. Identify these things real quick. Useless. Only worth 453. That is also pretty useless. Alright, so another quick look at our character. Level 76 now. Strength is creeping up. If we ever find a monarch that we can put 4 sockets into, we'll make a spirit shield with that. That will be a nice complement to our Crescent Moon sword. Really didn't do anything gear related in this one. Got that nice Ist rune. That is such a nice find. All resist 27. That's nice too. That's just, there's some halfway decent gear here. Nothing world breaking, but certainly good enough to get us through the game and beat the game. Let me just take a look and see. The rune words that we're really looking at here are a hustle rune word would be really good. That is Shale Co Eld. Don't we have everything we need for that? That's an IO rune. We don't have a Co rune. How is a Co rune made? Comb Rune is 3 Lum and a Flawed Amethyst, so we only have 1 Lum, so that's not really going to help us. So yeah, we need that Co-Rune. Yeah, I don't think we have any other Lums over here. No. Yeah, Amethyst. Chipped Amethyst, I think, is what we need to combine for Am Runes. I don't think we need all these Am Runes. Probably need to stop saving those at some point. But I have a hard time getting rid of runes because I know how valuable they are, even though they're not that valuable. Let's just go check Neolithok real quick and see if he has anything to sell. Thank you. Thanks, Neolithok. Oh, he actually doesn't sell anything. Well, then who does? Is it just Mala who sells? No, I think she just sells weapons. Yeah, so it's just up to Larzik to sell us gloves. And he doesn't really, it's just like armor. That's why Anya is so nice. She almost always sells gloves and boots. Lower resist wand, teleport staff. Yeah, so we're still waiting on some of those runes. If we get a Ko rune, we'll make a hustle armor. We get a Lem rune. We may see if we can make like a treachery or something like that. But yeah, we're gonna have to probably run some lower Kurast or something like that before we get into those things, and that's end game. That's end game farming, and we'll talk more about those things when we get there. What is this fire resist? Yeah, probably the fire resist is better than the lightning resist at this point, because our lightning resist is looking pretty good. 58 light res is solid. All of our res, it could be a little better, but just having positive resistance in fire, cold, and lightning is really beneficial. So. Yeah, next skill choices will go into Death Sentry, and we'll pretty much have this whole portion of the tree maxed out. And tomorrow night we will continue Act 5 and hopefully beat the game and start looking at what our end game farming strategy is going to be. So I will talk to you all then. Good to see you again.